Hello, radiant soul of Scorpio. I want you to take a deep breath with me before we begin. Because what I am about to share is not just another horoscope or a passing interpretation of the skies, it is a calling, a message that comes to you at the exact moment when you are ready to hear it. If your eyes are on these words right now, it is because the universe has guided you here, into this sacred space, at a turning point in your life where nothing will ever be the same again. Scorpio, you have always been the sign of transformation, death and rebirth, the alchemist of the zodiac. And now the cosmos is aligning in such a rare way that it asks you to prepare yourself for a transition unlike anything you have faced before. The stars show that you are standing at the edge of a great cycle closing, a cycle that has carried you through years of hidden battles, quiet sacrifices, and lessons that cut deep into the marrow of your being. You may have felt it in your body already, restless nights where you wake suddenly in the early hours, your chest heavy with an unnamed sadness, your spirit sensing that something is shifting even if your mind cannot yet put it into words. This is not a random wave of emotion, it is your soul preparing. And right now, Pluto is pressing upon you with an intensity that cannot be ignored. Combined with the expansive influence of Jupiter moving into a supportive alignment, you are being pulled forward with irresistible force. This is not about small adjustments or minor changes. This is about a new era in your life, a rebirth at the deepest level of your soul. The old attachments, the outdated beliefs, the illusions you have carried for too long, they cannot follow you through this gateway. You may feel resistance, you may feel fear, but beneath that fear is the burning truth that you are ready to become more than you ever thought possible. For you, Scorpio, this transition is not about leaving something behind out of weakness, but stepping forward because your power has become too great for the confines that once held you. Think of the phoenix that rises from ashes. Think of the serpent that must shed its skin in order to keep growing. You are both of these at once, a being created for continual transformation. And now the heavens demand that you take your rightful step into the unknown. You might not yet see the full picture, but the signs are already here. Carved into your own body and spirit, the heaviness in your heart, the sharp awareness that what once satisfied you no longer does, the sudden urge to break away, to move, to choose yourself above all else. These are not coincidences, Scorpio. These are the pulses of destiny. So as we begin this journey together, I invite you to open yourself fully. Let the words flow not only into your mind but into your heart. Understand that this is not about prediction, it is about revelation. The universe is handing you a mirror, and in it you will see both the ending and the beginning, both the grief and the glory. This is part one of your story, and it is the foundation upon which everything else will unfold. Scorpio, the cycle is closing. The new one is already beginning state, and you are exactly where you need to be. Scorpio, now that we have opened the door and acknowledged the pulse of change moving through your life, we must speak honestly about the departure that is forming in front of you. The stars are not asking if you are ready. They are showing you that the moment has already arrived, and whether you act or resist, the current of destiny will carry you forward. The energy around your sign is pressing, unrelenting, like the tide that rises with the pull of the moon, and it leaves no room for hesitation. The truth is simple. My love, something in your life has reached its natural end, and the universe will no longer allow you to remain where you are. For many Scorpios, this departure may manifest as a physical change, such as a move to a different city, country, or environment that promises growth but demands courage. For others, it will be the painful recognition that a relationship, once meaningful and cherished, has now completed its purpose. And for yet another group of you, the focus will be on your professional life, where you have carried burdens that were never yours to carry. Working in spaces that have diminished your light instead of magnifying it. Wherever this departure takes form, the theme remains constant. The old ground is no longer fertile, and you are being asked to plant your roots in new soil. Astrologically, this is not by chance. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is activating your solar energy and pushing you into territories that once seemed out of reach. While Saturn stands as both a gatekeeper and a guide, ensuring that you do not carry forward illusions or attachments that could sabotage your future. This is why the pressure feels so heavy. It is not meant to crush you, it is meant to strip you bare, so that what remains is only the truth, unshakable and free. Scorpio, your life is not collapsing. It is shedding. Yes, this departure will test you, because leaving behind what has been familiar can feel like tearing away a part of yourself. You may grieve the comfort of old patterns. You may mourn the presence of people who no longer walk with you. You may tremble at the uncertainty of what lies ahead. But beneath that grief, there is a new power rising. You are not being asked to give up, you are being asked to rise up. And the act of departure, though painful, is the first act of your rebirth. So as you stand on this threshold, remember this: you are not walking away because you are weak. You are stepping forward because your spirit has outgrown the cage that once kept you safe. Just as a seed cannot bloom if it stays buried, just as the tide cannot remain still when the moon calls it, you cannot remain where you are when the cosmos itself has declared that it is time. Scorpio, your hour of departure has come. And in that departure lies the promise of a life that matches the depth of your soul. Scorpio, every transformation comes with its test. And the universe never allows you to cross into a new destiny without first asking the question, are you truly ready to let go? In the skies above, the moon now plays her role as the revealer of secrets, casting her silvery light across the hidden corners of your heart, unearthing fears you thought you had buried long ago, and pulling to the surface desires and attachments you believe you had already mastered. This is the cosmic challenge to stand face to face with your own shadows and choose truth over illusion. In the days ahead, you may notice be illuminated by a light you cannot ignore. This is why the test feels so heavy. It is not only about what you will leave behind, but about proving to yourself and to the cosmos that you trust your own transformation. Scorpio, your nature is to dive deep, to explore the dark waters that others fear to enter. And it is in this very depth that your strength is born. The cosmic test is asking you to use that gift now to go with it, to face the fear of loss, abandonment, or uncertainty, and to transmute it into the fire of self-mastery. You must remember that your power has never come from holding on. It has always come from letting go and rising stronger. The universe is not punishing you. It is refining you, chiseling away everything false so that only your essence remains. So when the test arrives and it will stand still in your truth, look at the past with compassion. Honor it for the lessons it gave you, but do not invite it back into your future. Trust that the universe does not take away without preparing to give something infinitely greater. Scorpio, your challenge is to resist the pull of the old, to stand unwavering in the storm of memory, and to declare with your entire being, I am ready to choose myself. I am ready to step forward. I am ready to claim the destiny written in the stars. Scorpio, once the test has been faced and the past has been released, you will find yourself standing before a door that only opens for those who have walked through fire. This is the threshold of your rebirth, and beyond it lies a life that carries the fullness of your strength, your wisdom, and your unshakable spirit. The cosmos is aligning now to remind you that you are not alone in this passage. The very planets move in your favor, weaving a tapestry of support that surrounds you with invisible hands, guiding your every step forward. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is blessing your path with opportunities that stretch beyond your imagination. But Jupiter asks for courage. It will not give its gifts to those who hesitate. Saturn, often misunderstood as a harsh teacher, stands beside you as a guardian, ensuring that what you build from this moment on will not crumble, that your new foundation will be steady and true. Pluto, your ruling planet, infuses you with the raw force of transformation, ensuring that the ashes of your old life give rise to something far more powerful. And the gentle current of Neptune heightens your intuition, whispering through dreams and subtle signs, reminding you that your soul already knows the way. This celestial support extends into every corner of your life. Financially, the doors that once seemed locked will begin to open, not because you force them, but because you align yourself with the flow of abundance. In love, the empty spaces carved out by loss and endings will become the very soil where something pure and true can grow. A connection that reflects not your wounds but your healing. Your creativity, long buried beneath obligation and fear, will surge like a river released, finding new channels in which to express itself. In your family line, your ancestors who walked this earth before you gather around you now with unseen presence, lending you their wisdom and their blessing, urging you not to falter. This rebirth is not just a new chapter. Scorpio, it is an entirely new book. The energy of the stars assures you that what comes after this transition is not merely survival but flourishing. Where once you felt confined, you will feel vast. Where once you carried burdens, you will feel lifted. Where once your voice trembled, you will speak with the authority of one who has walked through darkness and emerged radiant. The celestial support is real. It is here, and it will not abandon you. For the universe has waited for this moment just as long as you have. So as you stand before the door of rebirth, know this: you do not need to knock. Scorpio, the door opens because you exist, because you have endured, because you are ready. Step through it with faith, with courage, and with the unshakable knowing that the universe itself walks beside you. Beloved Scorpio, as we reach the end of this message, I want you to pause for a moment and feel how far you have already come. You have walked through the heaviness of endings. You have faced the shadows of your past. You have stood at the edge of fear and chosen to step forward. And now you find yourself standing in the light of a future that is waiting with open arms. This is not a random season of your life. It is the culmination of years of preparation, of lessons that sometimes felt unbearable, of moments when you questioned whether you would ever rise again. And yet here you are, stronger, wiser, and infinitely more aligned with the truth of who you are meant to be. The stars have made it clear this departure is not defeat. This release is not loss. This ending is not failure. It is a sacred passage, a rite of transformation that only the bravest are chosen to endure. And you, Scorpio, have been chosen because you carry within you the resilience of ages. The pain you feel is only the echo of what you are leaving behind. The joy that awaits is the song of what you are stepping into. Trust that nothing is being taken from you without something greater being prepared in return. So take this final message into your heart. Do not cling to what has already served its purpose. Do not look back with longing when the universe is calling you forward with love. What awaits you on the other side of this transition is not just another cycle, but the true unfolding of your destiny. You are not meant to live half-hidden. You are not meant to dim your light to fit into spaces that cannot hold your greatness. You are meant to rise, to shine, to lead with the quiet authority of one who has conquered the darkness within and emerged unafraid of the light. Scorpio, your time has come. Step into it with courage. Trust the wisdom of your soul. Trust the alignment of the stars. Trust the guidance of the universe. Everything you have lost will be replaced with something greater. Everything you have endured will be honored. Everything you have dreamed will find its way to you, not by chance, but by destiny. You are ready. You are worthy. And you are not alone. The universe walks with you now. And all that remains is for you to take the first step into the life that has always been yours.